Shalom. All praises to the Most High. Anoka said, praise be to the Kahe, the earthly mother, the Holy Spirit, the Shekinah, in the name of his only begotten Son, Motsah the Lamb, unification to the nation. This is part 7. Wow. I can't believe we're here already. Can't believe it, man. I was going to play this song, but I was like, I played it already. So, in this part, hey man, I got some heat for you guys. So I told you guys a while ago, or a few times, that I made this into a PDF. This took me so long to make. I even put my name on it. I said this the last time. I'm getting deja vu, but I'm stunned because I don't know why the hell I even did this. Right? Why did I do this? Now I know why I did it. So my man Dean, my boy Dean, he's trying to get into the biblical side of things because he does more like Kemet research and, research from different cultures. But for whatever reason, he's been drawn to look into the Hebraic side now. And maybe that's the Most High calling him. But anyway, he asked me if I can compile a list of sources or everything that talks about the conquest of Joshua. So, I just searched through my library to find anything that was speaking on Joshua. I compiled it and I put it in this Google Doc pretty much. Now he sends me a picture trying to show me something else, but something else catches my eye, and I was just like, "You gotta be kidding me!" This pretty much tells you where the land of Abraham is, or it doesn't really tell you, but it's a huge clue as to where it is. Huge clue, and it goes with a lot of different theories that the compass has been flipped. North is south, south is north, east is west, west is east. Now they changed it a few times, but I think originally it's just been flipped. Now let's just read this because this will show you where it is. So we're going to read this. This is page 66 of Legend of the Jews, and the section is Abraham and Canaan. Let me turn this down a bit. With 10 temptations, Abraham was tempted, and he withstood them all, showing how great was the love of Abraham. The first test to which he was subjected was the departure from his native land. The hardships were many and severe which he encountered, and he was loath to leave his home besides. He spoke to the Most High and said, "Will not the people talk about me and say, he is endeavoring to bring the nations under the wings of the Shekinah? Yet he leaves his old father in Haran and goes away?" But the Most High answered him and said, "Dismiss all care concerning thy father and thy kinsmen from thy thoughts. Though they speak words of kindness to thee, yet are they all of one mind to ruin thee." Then Abraham forsook his father in Haran and journeyed to Canaan, accompanied by the blessing of the Most High, who said unto him, "I will make of thee a great nation, and I will bless thee, and make thy name great." These 3 blessings were to counteract the evil consequences which he feared would follow immigration. For traveling from place to place interferes with the growth of the family. It lessens one's substance, and it diminishes the consideration one enjoys. Excuse me. The greatest of all blessings, however, was the word of the Most High, "And be thou a blessing." The meaning of this was that whoever came in contact with Abraham was blessed. Even the mariners of the sea were indebted, oh my goodness, indebted, to him for prosperous voyages. Besides, the Most High held out the promise to him that in time to come his name would be mentioned in the benedictions. The Most High would be praised as the shield of Abraham, a distinction accorded to no other mortal except David. But the words, "and be thou a blessing," will be fulfilled only in the future world. when the seed of Abraham shall be known among the nations, and his offspring among the people, as the seed which the Lord hath blessed. When Abraham first was bidden to leave his home, he was not told what land he was to journey. All the greater would be his reward for executing the command of the Most High. And Abraham showed his trust in the Most High, for he said, I am ready to go whithersoever thou sendest me. So this is the spirit that we need to have when it comes to the Most High. Full faith, undying, unbreakable faith. You don't need to know where you're going. You don't need to know every single thing about the land. We will learn in pieces, we will get things in pieces, and it will all come together. So let's just look for the truth. Keep searching for the truth. Keep searching for what the Most High is showing us, and not get caught up in nitpicking little things. The Lord then bade him to go to a land wherein he would reveal himself. And when he went to Canaan later, the Most High appeared to him, and he knew that it was the promised land. On entering Canaan, Abraham did not yet know that it was the land appointed as his inheritance. Nevertheless, he rejoiced when he reached it. Now here, look, this is where things get spicy. In Mesopotamia and the Aramna Harem, the inhabitants of which he had seen eating, drinking, and acting wantonly, he had always wished, oh, that my portion may not be in this land. But when he came to Canaan, he observed that the people devoted themselves industriously to the cultivation of the land, and he said, oh, that my portion be in this land. The Most High then spoke to him and said, unto thy seed I will give this land, happy in these joyous tidings. Abraham erected an altar to the Most High to give thanks to him for the promise. Then he journeyed on southward in the direction of the spot whereon the temple was once to stand. In Hebron he again erected an altar, thus taking possession of the land in a measure. And likewise he raised an altar of Ai, because he foresaw a misfortune would befall his offspring there, at the conquest of the land under Joshua. The altar he hoped would obviate. I don't know what that word is. Let's look it up. I never even heard of this word before. Obviates, to keep from happening or render unnecessary. That's okay. Cool. The evil results that might follow. Each altar raised by him was a center for his activities as a missionary. Let's skip down because it's not really getting to the point. But I wanted to mention something, that he went southward, right? So wherever he was, wherever the land of Canaan is, it's supposed to be southward. But what is south? Well, we're gonna see. Wherever he was, southward from him was Canaan, right? Okay. Now let's see. Let's go here. For the present, Abraham was but a stranger in his land of promise. After the partition of the earth among the sons of Noah, when all had gone to their allotted portions, it happened that Canaan, son of Ham, saw that the land extending from the Lebanon to the river of Egypt was fair to look upon, and he refused to go to his own allotment westward by the sea. So, where's Lebanon? We already went over that in part 2. The tallest trees in the world are all in California, the redwoods, right? So let's go from there, because there's only 2 Lebanons, right? There's Lebanon supposedly right here, right? And then there's the Lebanon over here. I don't know of any other Lebanons. So let's put it to the test. Lebanon to the river of Egypt was fair to look upon. Where's the river of Egypt? What is the river of Egypt? Is it talking about the Nile River? So-called Nile River? Now, what I found interesting is that Moabite dude that I made in part 4 of the Romans of Brazil, he claimed that the Nile River was actually the Mississippi River. So that was interesting for me, because when I heard of that, look at this. So it's from Lebanon to the Mississippi. That is supposedly, the part that that Canaan saw that was fair to look upon, right? That was the best land according to Canaan. And he refused to go to his own allotment westward by the sea. So Canaan was supposed to be westward by the sea. But where's west? Do you understand what I mean? So, we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going because this might be confusing. We're going to wrap this all up, don't worry. He settled in the land upon Lebanon eastward and westward from the border of the Jordan and the border of the sea. So where is the Jordan River? Now, I have been debating this. I'm not really too sure, but it might be weird. But maybe, just maybe, the Jordan River is actually the Atlantic Ocean, because there was land in between here, right? There was land in between here. It was literally land. You can see the crack right here, right? There was land in between. So maybe this was literally the Jordan River. It's kind of crazy, kind of out there. I get it. Maybe. Right? Because it says what? It says westward from the border of the Jordan and the border of the sea. So it's saying that the border of the Jordan and the border of the sea is the same thing. Or, maybe there's a border of the Jordan and it went further beyond to the border of the sea, but I don't know where the border of the Jordan is. Right? Now, it said that he settled upon Lebanon eastward and westward. So he took everything pretty much from the east to the west. So Lebanon is eastward, right? That's what it's claiming. So even if Lebanon is here, that's not eastward. That would be on the west side, right? Unless west is not what they're saying it is. Now also, he took everything from, let's see. He took everything extending from Lebanon to the river of Egypt. Where's the river of Egypt over here? Isn't the river of Egypt like over here or something? Why would Egypt? I don't think there's a river of Egypt going this way, right? If the river of Egypt would go this way. So he wanted everything from the river of Egypt, and he also wanted everything going towards the Jordan. Now, but what did it say? Westward by the sea, right? So I'm pretty sure that the map has been flipped if this way is west and this way is east. But where is the sea? I mean, he wanted everything from pretty much from Lebanon to Pakistan or Lebanon to India. What did he want? What part did he want? Right? I don't know. But if we use that same model over here, we can see that Canaan took the entire Americas pretty much. He wanted everything from Lebanon to the Jordan and to the sea. Now, what part was he given? He was given westward on the sea. So now that we know where westward is, that west is east, where's westward? Where's the sea? We know that this is a sea, right? And maybe the Jordan is also a sea. Now, if we're using that theory, then westward by the sea would be exactly where Canaan's land would be. Now, if we're going according to westward by the sea to this model, that would mean that Canaan's land would be somewhere in Asia. But Canaan's land is in North Africa. They know that. Canaan knows that. You understand what I mean? They just got caught. This just showed exactly where the land is. They were allotted westward by the sea. On the west side of the sea, and he got eastward on the sea. So he got the east side of the sea, Abraham. Canaan was supposed to get westward by the sea, or Shem was supposed to get eastward by the sea. So where's the east? We're in the east, buddy. We are in the east. Now, I said to note that southward from wherever Abraham came from is where his land is. But now that we know that east is west, that means north is also south, and south is north. So when he went southward, did he go from South America to his land in Canaan in North America? I'm telling you, man, this is it's crazy how the Most High works. It truly is. Now, if you don't believe that Lebanon is here, go watch part 2. Prove me wrong. Go watch part 2. Now, eastward and westward from the border of Jordan to the border of the sea. And Ham, his father and brothers, Cush and Mizraim, spoke to him and said, Thou livest in the land that is not thine, for it was not assigned unto us when the lots were drawn. Do not thus, but if thou persist, thou and thy children will fall accursed in the land in a rebellion. Thy settling here was rebellion. So they're warning this dude, and he's like, I don't care. Right? Again, what was Egypt called? It wasn't called Egypt. It was called Tamari. Egypt is over here. That's the land of Mizraim. Now, where the children of Mizraim were in these lands, yeah, after Canaan was doing it, then everyone else followed Canaan. Right? And now, if you look up Egyptian history, you'll hear about an invasion of these people that sound exactly like the Hebrews, came and invaded Egypt and took all their land, or really taking their land back. And we're going to go over that in one of the parts of the Jerusalem series that I'm about to start, because there's something very interesting about South America. And then we also have Terra Sancta. We also have Terra del Fuego, Antarctica, which also could have been part of Egypt. But I'm pretty sure that all of these lands are ours, like literally. And maybe the Book of Mormon was just reaffirming this, because, again, not everyone here were Canaanites, and they were slowly being kicked off these lands. They were slowly being swept off. But we were so wicked that, the Most High could bring the heathens from over this side of the world and over here. Now, also, lastly, before I end the video, if the Jordan is the Atlantic Ocean, then that would mean on the other side of the Jordan, we have land, don't we? Right. 3 or 4 tribes, I think, have land over here. Right? And not only that, if this land was connected to South America, then that would mean that the lands over here on the Pacifics, whatever lands were sunk in, these are our lands as well. So when I showed you that video on the Maori, the fact that Australia was connected to Antarctica, Australia is our land, Papua New Guinea is our land. Some of these lands, not all of these lands, but some of these lands belong to Joktan and Shem and other Shemites, things of that sort. New Zealand. You see all this sunken land. You can see it. The Most High sunk a lot of the Northern Kingdom's land, as it seems. As it seems. And, he left this land. But remember, the prophecy says that the Gentiles would overrun the holy city. So wherever, the land, the original land of Abraham, I doubt that it's Antarctica. It has to be somewhere that we can, go back to, right? And know and remember. So I hope you guys got something out of this video. I'm going to leave the link in the description for my PDF of Legend of the Jews, because there could be even more nuggets in there. Shalom. Salakala.